Hi, Dad. I'm leaving school and wanted to talk. One of my students, Bobby, told me he wants to drop out and work on his family's farm. I just listened at first, but I thought about you growing up on the peanut farm during the Depression. I remembered how hard you said Granddaddy and Grandma had to work to save for all 8 kids to finish high school and go to college. I told Bobby that I wished he would graduate first and then work on the farm. I tried to tell him a little about you too, but I wish he could have talked to you. You'd know just what to say. I love you, Daddy. I'll talk to you later. Hey, Dad. I was leaving Walmart today, and I ran into one of your former students. I can't remember his name, but he said that you taught him math at Jarrett High School a long time ago. Your daddy, Mr. Owen, was the smartest man I ever knew, but he never looked down on anyone else. He made folks feel welcome, and like each one was the most important person in the whole world. And as a teacher, well, he was the best one I ever had. He had a knack for taking the most difficult math concept and breaking it down so I could learn it. And boy, did he love to laugh. Math never made much sense until I had Mr. Owen, and I sure never laughed in class until I had him. I'll never forget the last part. He said that you were the first person ever to believe in him, and you changed his life forever because after that, he started to believe in himself. Dad, I'm glad that I got to tell you about the man. I hope one day one of my students will come up to Alex and say something half as nice about me. I love you, Dad. I'll talk to you later. Hey, Daddy. I'm sorry. No, I mean it. I'm really sorry. I wish I would have talked, scratch that, listened when you wanted to tell me about yours and Mom's program in Greensville County Public Schools in the 1970s. But of course, I was a teenager and mistakenly thought I knew everything about life. I wish I'd have listened to you and asked how you figured out how to fix the academics in Greensville County, which was the only county to fall below state goals in every grade level tested, until you implemented your program and raised test scores to national highs. But I only pretended to listen to how you actually did it. I'm calling, but I'm not in the car or at Walmart. This time I'm on the deck of NCAT's beautiful facility in Ocracoke, figuring out why I feel this strong calling to be an administrator. And figuring out my story means rediscovering, or maybe since I didn't want to live in your shadow as a child, actually discovering yours. Since you can't talk tonight, I'm reading reprints of articles published in Reader's Digest, Time, and Phi Delta Kappan about your program. I'm seeing that you called your program a common sense approach to basics. It included a focus on mastery learning of standards in reading, writing, speaking, listening, and thinking in each grade or course, an achievement-based promotion policy, vocational training options for students like Bobby, high school block scheduling and honors courses, and partial promotions, all beginning in 1973. I wish I could see the 60 Minutes and CBS evening and morning shows that you were in. I bet you were wearing one of your crazy 70s neckties. As a mom, I want Alex to know what he knows and what he doesn't know. I want his diploma to mean he is truly ready for life after high school. I want what you envisioned in 1973 to be a reality again. And I wish you could meet Scott and Alex. You'd be so happy of how Scott takes care of me and Mom, and you would love Alex. He has your infectious grin that lights up the world. I'm sitting here, really kicking myself for not latching on and writing down everything you ever said about education. And I'm sitting here simply missing you. I miss smelling your stinky feet when you took off your shoes as we watched Atlanta Braves games together. And I miss you being at every event in my childhood life, even when you were taking chemo. Your influence has brought me here, and I'll be forever grateful. My inattention to you then was my life's greatest loss. But the older I get, the more I realize I am my father's daughter. Thank you, Daddy, for being the administrator I aspire to be. I love you forever, Daddy. Nighty-night.